Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Tatiana and I'm here to share with you my story, who I am, what I do, why I do it, and how I got to this place in my life, because it has been a journey, all in hopes for you to be able to connect with me more and know what I'm all about. So I am more than what I do. We all are. I'm a free-spirited, loving soul, here to help you become the best version of yourself, tap into your potential, help you dream big, and empower and inspire you to create your most radiant dream life. This is my mission in life, and I'm so passionate about it because there was a time in my life where it felt dark. I was lost, I was confused, I felt hopeless. And now that I'm on the other side of it, I'm really here to help others overcome any setbacks and struggles that they may be facing, because I know I'm not alone. I'm gonna share more of that story here in a second, but a little bit of what I do, how I can fulfill this mission of mine is through a few different ways. I do content creation here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I have a personal development company, so I'm an NLP master mindset coach, breathwork facilitator, and I host in-person retreats that are so transformational and absolutely amazing. They're so much fun. I just got back from one a few weeks ago and I love hosting them. So I've done one-on-one coaching, group coaching, I have self-paced programs, really here to help meet you where you're at and help you accomplish the goals that you have in your life. And finally, I am the podcast host to the Radiant Life podcast. I'll put the name here and the link below. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and listen. There's so much value in all of those episodes. I promise you will leave feeling motivated, inspired, and actually having tangible tools and strategies and steps to apply to your life after each and every single episode. So that's what I do. I've been a coach and on social media for 6 years now, and I absolutely love it. I love sharing my life with you. I love helping you in creating your dream life, because we really only have one life to live and we need to live it up to our fullest potential. So why I'm passionate about this work is, like I said, I have felt the complete opposite of fulfillment, of passionate, of happiness. So here's a little backstory of me. Growing up, most of my life, I grew up with a very negative victim mindset. I was chubby and a little dorky looking, and so I got picked on at a young age, and because of that, it created these beliefs of I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not skinny enough. And because of that, I had a very bad relationship with myself and my body, and I just struggled a lot with self-hate. And as I got older, as I got into high school, I got diagnosed with ADHD, and I was put on Adderall, and so that kind of perpetuated this belief again of I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough. And throughout my adolescent and high school years, it was just a very negative, poor me, I'm not enough mentality, and it was sad, it was horrible. I struggled a lot with anxiety and depression at this age, and I didn't know who I was. I felt really lost and confused and just didn't know what I was passionate about. And because of that, I fell into people pleasing. I felt the pressures of society telling me to go to college, get a degree, get a good corporate paying job so that you can make good money and live the rest of your life like that. And I felt a little conflicted at that time because it didn't feel right for me. Schooling wasn't for me. I really struggled to learn in your generic classroom. But because I just didn't know who I was and what I wanted to do, I fell into following the crowd and following what everybody told me to do. So I went to college and I got a degree in engineering because I was good at math, and I had this desire to prove to everybody wrong, all the people who said I was dumb or stupid. I wanted to prove to them that I was smart, and I actually wanted to prove it to myself. And so unfortunately, I did it for the wrong reasons, because I was not passionate, did not like it. And throughout college, because I had this confliction of not really knowing who I wasn't in alignment, I wasn't getting a degree that I truly wanted, I struggled a lot, and my anxiety and my depression continued. I was put on prescription medications for those, and again, it just had this very negative self-hate, I hate life mentality. And I had this belief that when I graduate college and I get a job and I'm making good money, then I'll be happy and then life will be good. Well, it didn't happen. So flash forward to post-college graduation, I got a corporate engineering job and I was making good money, but guess what? I wasn't happy and I hated my life. I would wake up, I would cry going to work, I just wasn't feeling fulfilled. And on top of all of that, my body image issues and my health and my weight continued to struggle. My entire life I went through losing weight, gaining weight. I've done under eating, I've done binge eating, I've done restrictive diets, I've done all the cardio, all the ab workouts. Like, I've been around the rigor, around all the trends to find a body that I loved and to feel good in it, and it never worked. So I found myself post-graduation so confused, so angry, so frustrated and miserable, because I had spent years of my life being so negative, so unhappy, and hiding all of this within. Like, I didn't tell my friends or family. I did go to therapy growing up in high school and in college, but I didn't express the extent of how much I was struggling and suffering internally to them, and I put like a good face on. And so this is when a big shift started in my life. At the end of 2016, I had come off of all my prescription medications, anxiety, depression, and Adderall right after college. And I was looking in the mirror, couldn't fit into my clothes. And I remember just thinking to myself, crying, is this what life is all about? Am I supposed to be this unhappy, this miserable every single day? And I made a commitment to myself to get my health in order. And I decided to find how to lose weight the healthy way once and for all. And I committed to learning how to heal the relationship with food, myself, and my body, because I just couldn't live in this negativity, self-hate any longer, thinking how many more years I had to live. So I did just that. In January of 2017, I joined a challenge with my gym. I learned all about weightlifting and macros. I hired a health coach, and I was seeing results. I was feeling really good. I was building confidence, and in turn, that was building self-love. And for the first time in my entire life, I felt what it felt like to be passionate about something. Like, my heart was on fire. So I followed it, and I decided to study, and I became a personal trainer. I worked part-time after my full-time engineering job, and this was a huge eye-opener for me because I was so excited and I had so much energy to work and train my clients even after working a full-time job that I literally hated and just wanted to get through the day. So big eye-opener for me. And so I decided to continue to follow my heart. Come 2018, which was like the biggest shift of my entire life, I decided to do a bodybuilding show. Started an Instagram to really just share my journey, to share my health tips as I just continue to learn and grow as a person. And health and fitness was like the door opener, was the avenue for me to change my mindset. That's when I began to start dabbling in podcasts. My dad gave me a personal development book to start reading, and I really noticed my mindset shift. I was able to shift my perspective, reframe my thoughts. Even though I was working that engineering job that I hated, I was no longer crying to work anymore. And I was finding something I could be grateful for. And I just had like a glimmer of hope that this is not forever, and it's just like this temporary period until I really figure out who I truly am and like what I'm here to do. And then everything changed in the blink of an eye. I got an opportunity to sign a lease in Florida, and it was always my dream to move out of my home state, which is Boston, Massachusetts, and I did it. Within 24 hours, my sister and I made the decision to sign the lease to this apartment that we had never seen before, to a town we had never visited to, but we had one of the biggest gut feelings of our entire lives that like this was divine. I tell everybody it was such a God moment because I felt it in my heart so much, and I'm so glad I did because it has landed me here. I'm still in Delray Beach, and that next day I went into work and I gave my 3 weeks notice of like, I'm leaving. And then I had to figure out what I was gonna do. So I decided when I moved to Florida, I was gonna start an online health coaching business and move like my personal training onto the internet like I had seen other people do, but I had no idea where to start. So I invested $6,000 in a 3-month business coaching program that started the week I had moved down to Florida. That's when everything really started to fall into place. As I got to Florida in July of 2018, I started my business, and it really cracked me open into deeper personal development work because entrepreneurship isn't easy. It is worth it, but it is going to shed light to all of the beliefs, all of the wounds that you have never really worked on or healed before. I tell everybody like entrepreneurship is the biggest personal development journey you're about to embark, so get ready, but it is so worth it. So I really dove deeper into my mindset and to really discovering who I was. And at this point in time, I felt so much happier, so much confidence, so much self-love. and this belief in myself that it was going to work out and I was going to do it. I also became an Orange Theory coach to kind of help me pay the bills as I moved down here, and I just continue to show up online. I created health coaching programs. I got clients slowly, but it worked. And at this time is when I was dabbling into New Age, and then in 2019 is when I restored my faith. That's like a whole video for itself. I grew up Catholic, very religious, very strict, and so it turned me off. So I was dabbling into New Age, but luckily I've been able to find my Christian roots again and build a strong relationship with God over the years, and it has really supported me in the roller coaster of entrepreneurship, because there has been times where I was broke. I did not know how I was gonna make money to pay my bills, but God is good and he always fulfills. And so it was just like a grind, keep showing up online, keep doing the business work. And then 2020 happened, and this is what transitioned me into who I am and what I do now. So 2020, I had a failed launch, which is wild because everybody's trying to lose weight that month. And that was the biggest eye-opener of, oh, I'm not in alignment and I'm not feeling super passionate about just health coaching anymore. And at that time, like, I was doing such deeper work with my clients already, so I had to go within. I invested a lot of money in a life and business coach that completely changed my life and made me realize I had a lot of wounds and limiting beliefs that I needed to work on to bring me back into alignment, into who was I now, who was I becoming, and what was I here to bring into this world. And through all of that work, I drove deeper into mindset. I studied and got certified in NLP, which is neuro-linguistics programming, the language of the subconscious mind, how to reprogram the old into something new, right? Letting go of things that no longer serve us, all the work that Tony Robbins does. I became obsessed, and I've studied this since 2020 and just deepened my education around it. And I changed my programming. This is when I created my program, Embrace Your Radiance, and just shifted my business into deeper personal development work, mindset, and self-empowerment. And I absolutely love it. I've been able to impact hundreds of women's lives. It's the best thing ever. And from there, in 2021, I hit burnout, went through a public breakup. I moved out on my own, and I decided to learn all things breathwork because it was completely changing my own personal life, which was a godsend, because that breathwork program was so divine because it helped me heal from my breakup, from all my past wounds, from growing up on such a deep cellular level, a lot of somatic work because emotion and energy is stored in the body, right? And I had done so much mindset work, but it was time to release it energetically from my body. Because of that, I was able to rekindle and get back together with Evan, who is now my fiance. We are planning our wedding at the time of this recording, and I shared that journey online. It took off on TikTok, and I actually created a program called Radiant Relationships to help others heal, attract their soulmate, create or enhance the relationship you're in to be thriving, filled with love and passion, and improve your communication, all through my own journey. And it has been a whirlwind, and I've continued to do the work since then, and it has landed me here. It is the beginning of 2024. I've actually taken a social media break to come within myself, as I feel like I'm about to step into a new chapter of life and business. I'm getting married this year, and it's been so good. I've just been so in love with this life I've created. I'm so proud of the younger version of myself who made the commitment to make a change in her life, starting with her health and her mindset, her career, and it's been such an honor to be able to help others do the same. And so that's my story, and I love sharing it with you. I'm here to always keep it real, to share my wins, but also share my struggles, to remind you that you're not alone. And I just hope through my content, my programs, everything really gives you the value and inspiration that you are worthy and capable of making a change for the better, whether it's through your health, through your personal development, through your spirituality, your career, your relationships. Like, it is possible for you, and that we have one life to live, and it is worth living it to the fullest. You should feel excited and happy and in love with yourself, in love with your life. Of course, you may have hard and rough days, but you don't deserve to live in depression, anxiety. Like, I've been there. It's been dark. It's been lonely, and you don't have to do that. So I just hope my story inspires you and just shows you why I do what I do, why I'm so passionate about showing up here online and my work. And I'm just so grateful to have you here in my community. So that is how I quit my corporate engineering job, started my own business, learned to love myself and heal from all the things in my past. And on this channel, I'm all about sharing who I am, sharing sit-down talks, tips, and lots of vlogs so that you just get to connect more with me. And I'm just so grateful to have you here. Please subscribe, join the Radiant Life community family. You can comment below where you're watching from. If you resonated with any part of my story, please share in the comments. I want to feel connected with you. That's why I'm creating this video, so that you can connect with me. And I'm just so glad to have you here. I'm so glad to have this channel to share more of me, my life, and see where life takes us. So anyways, that's who I am. That is my story, and I hope you are here to stay. I appreciate you so much for watching. Remember to shine bright, embrace who you are, and I hope you have the most radiant day ever. I will see you in the next one. Bye.